viewers, which will be probably the best thing to do. So that way, like, because I don't want to start and nobody's here. To be fair though, like this will be on my channel, my Twitch and my YouTube. Well, probably just my YouTube, because I think there's a time limit for what you can upload to Twitch. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, then I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. Hello! This is a texture pack course. If you're here, I assume you want to learn how to make these because you have some great ideas in your head and you're like, I want to see this and nobody's got it. Or if you're like me, somebody's got it, but it doesn't quite look the way you want it to, or they're missing things and you're just like, I can't deal with this anymore. So that is what I'm here to help you do. This is my first time teaching, so be gentle, okay? But I will try to impart all of the knowledge that I have learned just kind of like messing around with texture packs and everything, or like trying to make stuff. Literally, the pack that I'm making right now, I've been working on for 2 years. And it's still not technically done, but that's because I kind of like dilly-dally sometimes. You know, I got school and all kinds of stuff, but it's just been like a lot of like trial and error, me like breaking apart people's packs that have what I want or are doing what I want to do, and just kind of seeing kind of what makes them tick and learning how I can apply that to my own pack. So this is currently mine. It's got some door models that I made. I need to fix that. Some door models that I made. We've got some updated concrete and glass, new grates and stuff. So, you know, this is just my personal touch. And I see you already messing up. Let me take this down to like VSync or something. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, this is my personal touch, but I hope that you guys can find your style. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the pack course. All right. So because this is my first time, I kind of made a PowerPoint to help me get through my thoughts, which, I will put up on the screen now. I can't do the like the big, you know, like showcase version because it's gonna mess up my entire configuration that I've got going on here. I'm not gonna do that, but we're just gonna do it on one screen. But yeah, so how to make texture pack course, you know, me. This is part 1, but we may actually go into some of the stuff for part 2, depending on how much time we have, and how quickly we kind of get through this. So the agenda for today, prerequisites, the things that you're going to need to have, and hopefully by the end of today's course, you will be able to make your first pack. You will have made your first pack, essentially. It is really very simple, but when you want to really customize it and make it your own, you're going to have to learn a little more involved things, I guess, if you want to put it like that. So, introduction. I've wanted to make video games since middle school, and I have been working on it. I'm in college now, learning all the things I will need to kind of get ahead in that industry. But what I've started doing in my downtime is making things like this, which teaches me, you know, texture creation, how to work with 3D modeling and stuff like that. Personally, my pack is about, I really like role play in Minecraft, right? So I wanted to like have a texture pack that I could use with a mod that I will make later that will kind of bridge the gap between like aesthetics and functionality, because some of the packs that I've seen, you know, and the mods that go with them, they look really pretty, but they don't actually work very well, or they'll be incomplete. And there's a reason for that, which I'll get into when we start talking about the performance aspect of the pack. But I just wanted something that was modern and realistic, and that you can really like play up the role play for like modern cities and stuff. So that's why I started learning, and that's what my pack is about. This course is actually for Java Minecraft. So Oh, Lord. Yeah. So PC players. However, if you are wanting to learn to make a pack on Bedrock, I still recommend that you learn this course because even though there are quite a few differences in how to make a pack for Bedrock as opposed to Java, but the information that you're going to need to learn for that kind of stuff, like how to make a texture or whatever, and just like some of the stuff like spectral mapping, just like the knowledge you'll still have to know, because they're somewhat similar, but there are certain alterations you're going to have to do. So I still recommend that you watch this course, even if you don't play Java. Block retexturing, modeling, spectral mapping, normal mapping, texture variation, that kind of stuff is what we're going to be talking about. Yeah. Okay, prerequisites. I'm not really good at making PowerPoints, so I accidentally left this blank, but no matter. So first, how do we even get to starting? Like, how do we get Minecraft in a format that we can edit it? Well, in short, you download Minecraft, you download and install Optifine, and the reason why I say that is because, and to be fair, downloading and installing Optifine is optional, but a lot of times, especially if you're doing a pack like mine that is high resolution, you will want to use that or want people to use that with a shader pack because it changes the atmosphere, the dynamics of the lighting and everything to make things look more realistic, I guess, you know? And so if you're doing things like spectral mapping, that's where that's gonna come into play. So download and install Optifine if you're gonna do that. You're unzipping Minecraft, grabbing all the necessary folders and everything. You're gonna want to have a photo editing program, or, you know, I use Photoshop personally because that's how I get that free with my job. But you can use MS Paint, you can use GIMP. Those are some free alternatives. If you have, I'm not sure what the Mac version of Photoshop Paint is, but I know there is one. So anything like that, it doesn't have to be super fancy. You don't have to pay for it. But if you have access to Photoshop, I recommend that you use it. And it's going to be what I will be using during this course. Blockbench. So that is the 3D modeling program we will be using. I also have access to things like Autodesk Maya, which is my choice modeling program for like anything that I do. But Blockbench is very user-friendly, and the way that you can configure the movement and stuff, if you are more familiar with a modeling program, you can set it up just like that, you know, the movement and stuff. And then optional, Visual Studio Community. Now, Visual Studio Community is a coding program. The community version is free, so feel free to download that, especially if you want to get into making mods later on and you want to learn that. You're probably going to want something like Visual Studio. It's not only a text writer, but it's a compiler. So you can do all that stuff there as opposed to like writing your code and then finding a compiler elsewhere to run all that stuff and do all that. So, but if you, for whatever reason, don't have the space for that or don't want to get that text, you know, you can use your text program on your computer. I'm pretty positive. So we're going to go through how to download all those things now. All the things in life that you think are cool, you can make, you know, somebody's getting paid for that. Somebody's getting paid for that. That's something that I learned very early on when I was a child. All right, so I guess let's get into things, right? So let's go ahead and get our prerequisites out of the way. So let me go back. Let's see here. Let's turn that off, and then let's do. Okay. So first things first, right? We want to download Minecraft. So let me get me see, where is, bring me this. Okay. So if you are new to Java and you don't know how to download this, I'm assuming you have already downloaded Minecraft Java Edition on your computer, but if you haven't, you go to minecraft.net. And then you go to get Minecraft. Now you have to create an account. I think Minecraft for Java is like $25 or so. I think that was what it was when I got it, but pay $25, sign in, you know, and everything, get Minecraft. Oh, okay, no. Deluxe edition, that's, I don't know if it's a deluxe edition. But there's your prices right there. But Java and Bedrock Deluxe Edition. Oh, they come together. Oh, that's new. So let's see. You pick whatever one you want, and then you go to checkout. Now, I've already bought Minecraft. I'm gonna go ahead and sign in. Okay, so, and then you got your download options. So you go ahead and download that. If you need other download options, hit that button and you'll have more. But once you've downloaded that, you basically just go ahead and install Minecraft. So you just click all the prompts and you let it download. And then from there, you basically run the game for the first time. So we've already done that. We already have Minecraft up and running. But we need to get the game and put it in a file that we can work with, right? So if you're on Windows, you want to go Windows key R. It's going to bring up this like run dialog here. And this is what you want to type in. %, app data, %/.minecraft. And this is going to be the folder where Minecraft downloads on your computer, where it installs to. And this should be the C drive. So we're going to open this up. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So this is all of the Minecraft stuff. Everything, you know, that Minecraft installs, when you hit install, it all goes right here. But what we want is we want to go into the versions folder, and we want to basically grab whatever version that we want. So prior to this, I had chosen essentially the Minecraft that I wanted, and let me show you what I mean. So let's close this Minecraft out whenever it decides it wants to close. Craft. Okay. So essentially, I downloaded the version that I want to make a pack for. I usually like to make packs for like 1.18.2. It's new enough that, you know, I will be happy with myself and I can still kind of like have something more modern. So you would go new installation, and then you would choose whatever one you wanted. So, right. And let me check, okay. So it's working. I genuinely don't understand why this, like, anyway. All right, so let's get back to this then. Okay, so 1.18.2.jar. We want, if you don't see the we want to see the file extensions at the end of the 1.18.2 or whatever version that you've chosen. And if you don't see that, you go to, I believe it's these 3 dots here, and then options. Is it options? Which one was it? Let's see, show. Okay, here we go. So you go to view, show, and then file name extensions. This is because we want to change the extension. We want it to go from .jar to .zip. So that way we can unzip all of the things that are in this version of the game and take what we need, right? So let's see here. Zip. It's gonna give you a little, do you wanna do this? And you're gonna say yes, because we do wanna do this. And then we extract all. I don't personally like it to like open up a new folder, like a new window when it extracts. So I just untick that box because it gets annoying and it gets everywhere on the screen. I don't like it. All right, so, okay. So while that's doing that, we'll go ahead and download the other things, which, let me see. Where is my Google? Is that the only Google I have? Okay, here we go. Okay, so I also talked about downloading Blockbench, so, in Visual Studio. So we're gonna get Blockbench first, because it's easy. It's easy peasy. So this is Blockbench's site. This is what we're gonna use for 3D modeling. Easy peasy, hit download. You're gonna hit installer for Windows, and where it'll just download itself to your downloads folder. Nothing special there. And I'm actually gonna show you guys what Blockbench looks like and kind of just how the program operates, I guess, while we're waiting. Let's see here. Well, possibly, because we still gotta do Visual Studio. Let me see. So, here we go. This is what it looks like. This is blockbench.exe. I wonder if it'll let me, because I already have it installed, so I don't know. You can change like the colors and stuff. You can really tailor it to look like how you want it to look. When you open it for the first time, it will ask you, I'm pretty sure it'll ask you like how you want your movement to work. It'll have a bunch of different options, like if you want to move more like Maya or like Blender. I choose Maya. But this is one of the models that I'm working on, or have worked on. This was one of the doors that I made, and this is what it looks like. It's pretty tame, honestly, as far as the 3D modeling program works. You got your textures here. You can add or import a texture. You can even create a texture in here if you wanted, for the model, of course. And then you've got your outliner. You add your blocks that you want, and then you just move them around in here. It's pretty, you know, easy peasy. So no, don't save that. Sure. Okay. So did it finally download? I think it did. Okay. So I'm pretty sure it downloaded. We're done with that. It did. So we're gonna go and look at this, right? So 1.18.2 is now broken apart. We can see all the stuff in here that makes up this version of the game. We don't care about any of that. What we want is found in assets. We want the assets folder, essentially, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to Control X to cut, and we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna put that outside of 1.18.2. We don't need literally any of this. Yeah, we don't need any of this nonsense outside of the assets folder. So let's get rid of that. And let's go ahead and get rid of our zip. And then inside of the assets folder, there are a few things that we want to grab as well, right? We don't need realms. We don't need whatever this is. But inside of this folder is all the stuff that we can edit, right? For this tutorial, we're only gonna do like block states a little advanced, so we're not gonna do block states. Not gonna do that. We're not gonna do font. We're not gonna do language. Language is just the language. If you wanted to add more languages, you could. But we do want models. Particles is like if you wanted to edit like, I think if you wanted to edit like potions and stuff like that, that would be campfire smoke, stuff like that. That would be the particles, and we're not gonna mess with that. Shaders, we are not gonna mess with those. That is a completely different demon that I'm not touching that. but we do want textures. GPU want it? No, it's good. So models and textures essentially is what we want. We've got your actual text, we've got your actual model block, and then we've got the item that you hold in your hand that associates with that block. And then we've got our textures. And inside the texture folder is a whole bunch of other stuff, right? For this, we just want block. Pretty sure. Well, we'll keep block and painting. If you want to get a little advanced with things, you could keep entity. I'm pretty sure, no, not entity, it's container. What was it? Color map effect. One of these has the chest. Chests are classified as something different. It was container. Now it might be something different because as Minecraft upgrades, things will change. So, but for now, we just want these guys. Pretty sure. Yes. Okay. Okay. This is all the blocks in Minecraft. Everything you can edit block-wise is right in here. All that stuff. So let's get out of here. Let's go back. Oh Lord, that's too far back. Okay. So we have all of our stuff that we're gonna edit. Now what? Well, the thing about a texture pack is you need two other things. You're gonna need a program of code that's gonna tell the game what version of the pack you need, and you're gonna also need a thumbnail, right? And when you have all that stuff, you're gonna zip it all up and you're gonna put it in the game, and the game will recognize it as a texture pack. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. But before that, we need Visual Studio, or our text editing program, code editing program. So we're gonna go back to Google and we're gonna go Visual Studio Community. It's right here, big old Microsoft stuff, right? So I'm gonna hit download and boom, it's right there. You're gonna go to your downloads folder and you're gonna install, right? Now I already have this installed. I'm just going to show you what it looks like because I don't need to install anything. It's gonna get the installer ready, and from there, once that's done, it's gonna pop up with like another window afterwards, right? There we go. So, right. That's an updated version for me. Oh. Well, this is what you'll see. You'll see a window like this and it'll ask you like what kind of stuff you want to download. Pick whatever you like. Doesn't really matter as long as you have this program that can edit your text, compile code, whatever. So do that, get that set up, and then let's get on to making the file that we need. So what you essentially want to have in here, pack, in quotes, and you can really just like copy everything that you see here, and then you want to change this and this. So pack format, what does that mean? This is describing the version of Minecraft you're using, right? So if you've ever played Java Minecraft and you have a texture pack that you had, maybe like you had a texture pack that you really liked for 1.17.2 or something, and you upgraded and you put that same pack into like 1.18.2, you're gonna get an error that says this pack is incompatible. It's for an older version of Minecraft. There may be things wrong with the pack when you try to run it. Well, it's because the number is different. Every time, like every number here is going to correspond with the version of Minecraft. So 8 means it's going to be for 118, like anything within 118 Minecraft, 118.1, 118.2, 118.3, whatever. That's what 8 means. 7, 117.2, 117.3. That is essentially what's happening. So if you ever wanted to do this for yourself, you could open up that pack.mc meta file and change that number to whatever you wanted your pack like to move to, like whatever version, and it would work just the same. So because we're making a 118.2 pack, we're gonna keep the number 8, but the description, this is basically just whatever you want your pack to be called. This will show up in the texture pack menu when you decide you want to switch to it in Minecraft. So my pack is called Mistresses Modern. So I say it's Mistresses Modern for 118.2, which is what I made it for. And then I have the pixel count. We'll get into pixel count a little bit later. Because it's important. It's really important, especially when we're talking about things like optimization of the pack, and how it performs on the computer. It's a task that is going to be something important. Base guidelines. Minecraft is Minecraft base without any alteration operates at 16 pixels. So this 256x would be 16x, right? That's the normal pixel count for Minecraft. You can go up to I've seen packs that go up to like 2048. Some packs get really up there, and the higher the pixel count, the higher the quality. That's why Minecraft looks so pixelated. It's because the pixel count is so low. So we got all that stuff. We've put in what we want the version, and we put in what the description for our pack is gonna be. And now, actually I'm gonna change this to tutorial pack for 118.2, and then we're gonna save it. So Control S for save, and that is our pack.mc meta file. All right, I know it's a lot. I know. My throat hurts. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. All right, so last thing we're gonna need is a thumbnail, right? So if you look in my pack, we've got a pack.png. This is my personal one. And if I open it up, this is what my thumbnail looks like. If you don't have a thumbnail, it might break things, I think. It's just best practice to put it in there if you know you got it, right? So let's make something, yeah? So I am going to open up Photoshop. And we're gonna make something like really stupid. It doesn't have to be something you put a lot of thought into, at least not at this stage, because we're learning. We just need a pack.png in the folder so that the game recognizes it, right? So we're gonna go new file, and we just want like a square, you know? We want like a tiny or decently sized square. We'll do like 256. You know, 256 is good. I don't want the resolution so high. Set the resolution down to 72 ppi, pixels per inch. The rule of thumb for raster graphics, or just graphics in general, is that you use different resolutions for different things. So 72 pixels per inch is for screen. It's for anything that you're gonna see on a screen. There's also 150, which is medium quality, and then you've got 300 ppi, which is a much larger quality with a much higher pixel count. And that kind of pixel count is used for things you are going to print. So if you want like a design on a shirt, or you want a banner on your wall, any graphics, any artwork you use for that, it's gonna have to be a higher pixel count for print. So because we're not printing anything, you're gonna do 72 ppi. And we're gonna call this, we're gonna name this texture Tutorial PNG. Easy peasy. Great. So for our thing, we're gonna give it like a color, right? We're gonna like give it like green or something, very Minecraft-esque. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little too bright of a green, to be honest. Yeah. And then I want to fill, so we're gonna use our bucket tool. Boom. And then I'm gonna just add some text because, like, you know, who cares? Let's change this to like white. And we're gonna name it TPT, Texture Pack Tutorial. We're going to Control T to transform, and we're gonna blow it up whenever it decides that it wants to do that, because everything's acting slow now because I got all this stuff up. Put it in the center. There we go. That's better. We're gonna hit enter to lock in our transform. Now we go. That's our pack PNG. That's our thumbnail. So, file. I'm actually going to merge these together. So I just unlocked that bottom layer. We're not really putting too much thought into this. So, and then we're going to merge layers. Yeah. And then I'm going to right click and then do quick export as PNG. I'm gonna go put this right here into our texture pack tutorial folder. And again, we're gonna name this pack, not capitalized, pack. And we don't need to add the .png, it's gonna add that because we're outputting it as a PNG. Pack.png, we're gonna save. Load. I have too much stuff open. You know, you would think that my computer would be acting better than this. I've got like, well, I guess my processor isn't now the best anymore. Yeah, we'll save that, sure. It doesn't really matter. We'll put it in the downloads folder, who cares? But what's important is that it's now here in our pack. So if we open this now, there's our thumbnail. So when we have added all that stuff, right? And you know what? We're going to actually, no, we're gonna zip this up now because I want you to see what this looks like, right? So when you've changed something or added those two things, you're going to click this, going to right click, compress to zip file. And there we go. It's a zip now. We got to put this in the game, right? So let's do that. Let's open up Minecraft. Bam. Now, I do want to say that my Minecraft is actually saved on a different section of my hard drive. But for you, if you're not that familiar with Minecraft, it's gonna be, where you're gonna put this is gonna be, oh my God, that is not, where's that at? What is it? WinR. It's gonna be in that area that we visited earlier, that appdata.minecraft section. So I'm gonna pull that up when we do that, but I want to show you exactly, like, you know, where we're gonna put this, right? So let's open up the game. Let it load. Oh my God. Ugh. My wrist hurts. I don't know why. I think I'm getting like carpal tunnel. I do too much stuff on my computer. Like I play games, I work on a computer, I work on computers. Freaking I draw. Like, my forearm gets a lot of abuse. I'm telling you, man. Oh. I'm also getting old. I'll be like 26 this year. It's crazy. It's this craziness. Let me check my PowerPoint as well and see where we are in things. So I think we should be progressing pretty well, yeah. Yes, so we're on the same page for for the PowerPoint. So this is good. This is good that we're doing things in order. I love that. Come on, Minecraft, be nice. All right. So we've made our pack. We want to put it in Minecraft, right? So we're gonna go. I'm gonna open up my world first so that you can see the changes happening, you know, as they are supposed to. The file explorer, right? We want to put our pack, our zipped up pack, in this folder. So let me bring up the one that we already have open, right? Tutorial pack goes right in there. Boom. And so now we should see it in here, and it's not here. Why is it not here? Why do you hate me, game? Oh, that's why it's not here. It's because I zipped it up incorrectly. Okay. Hold on. I know. Okay, I get it. I know. It's my first time. Give me a minute, okay? Okay, so let's go back to our tutorial pack, right? Remember how we set that up? We asked them to zip it up within the folder itself. So assets, pack, and our image. And this is where we compress. And then we name it here. So this is our tutorial pack. All right, okay, that is correct. Now open the folder now. Remove that. We don't want that. And so now it should, there we go. See, look at that. Now, the image that we made hasn't shown up yet. And I assume that's because we haven't actually changed anything in the pack. But what should happen is if I put this pack on, it should revert Minecraft back to whatever we had, because we haven't changed anything in the pack, remember? It's just Minecraft, but we got to show up as a custom pack, right? So let's pray I'm right. I did want to know, like, I wonder if that is the reason though, yeah. It should be. Unless things have changed again. See, block, textures. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that might be what's causing that. Okay, yes. So this is our custom pack, right? I've changed it and now everything's changed back. Now, if you made any alterations, that would show right now, but because we haven't, this is where we're at. So how about we make some alterations, yeah? All right. I'm thinking we change, like, what's something easy to change that is pretty noticeable? I guess we can change the grass, you know? Yeah, like maybe we can make the grass a different color. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Yeah, that could work. Or the sand. Sand is also... Sand might actually work better because there are less things to do to change the sand. So we'll change the sand. This is our ground zero, our testing ground. So we're gonna save and quit. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to open up, or we're gonna look back in our pack folder, right? We're gonna look back in our pack. So assets, right? Minecraft, textures, block. And we really want to change the sand. Now, the thing about changing textures into what you want is that a lot of times if you change something and you don't see a change when you load the pack back up, it's likely because you did not name the pack, or you did not name the texture correctly. Everything in here has a specific name, something that Minecraft calls it or calls to reference it when it wants to see it. And if you mess up the name, it's not going to know what to do with that. It's not going to know this is what you're talking about. If the name of the block is grass 2 and you like mess up typing and you put grass -2 or grass dot 2 and save it and zip it up and put it back in, it's not gonna know what you're talking about. So it's really important in programming and anything like that to make sure you're naming your files correctly. People do this all the time. It is a very easy thing to overlook, so you want to be careful. So we want sand, yeah? Sand. Just base sand. This is what we want right here. And I don't think that we need to really have all these textures in here. We just want the ones that we're messing with. So I'm actually going to take sand out, and what I'm doing right now, you don't have to do. This is just to kind of help you guys understand what's happening a little bit better without all the clutter. So I'm gonna go back in here and just like get rid of all this other stuff in here. We don't really need it, and Minecraft shouldn't freak out is the thing. Minecraft should not freak out that these textures are not in here. When I made my first pack for 1.18.2, I basically like left the folder empty and just like replaced things as I went along. And Minecraft, like the game, just kind of filled in whatever was missing because it just does that. So we're gonna take our sand, I'm gonna put it back in the textures folder. This is the only thing that we're working on right now. I want to go to extra large. This is not very large, even though I set it to extra large because the pixel count is 16 by 16. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this. So I'm going to open with Photoshop. Yeah? Easy peasy. Get out of here. That's really small. We got to zoom in for this. Yeah? Okay. So we have our sand in Photoshop, and let's make the sand like, let's do like, I think Hawaii has like a pink sand beach. We're gonna do pink sand. So I'm going to select that. I'm gonna go to image adjustments, hue and saturation, and I'm going to colorize, right? Oh, that's kind of pretty actually. But I don't want it looking like grass, so I'm gonna slide this over. That's pink. We can get it more pink than that though. That's a good pink. That's a pretty grassy pink or sandy pink. Yeah, sure. And then we have our pink sand, yeah? So we're going to quick export as PNG. And we're gonna make sure that we save this to where our normal like sand file is. So assets, Minecraft, textures, block, sand. And I'm just gonna click it because when I click this, it's gonna put that name where we need it, right? So I don't have to worry about naming it incorrectly, because if I just click it, it'll put the name there already. I'm gonna remove the .png because us saving the file is gonna give it that extension. If we leave it as sand.png, what's gonna happen is it's gonna go sand.png.png. That's not what we want, because that potentially could give us an incorrect file name. So got it saved as sand. I'm gonna save it. And now, if we look, let me close this. No, we don't really need to keep that. Now, if we look, our sand has updated. Now we got pink sand. And so now we go back to our main pack here. And we're gonna grab all this stuff and we're going to compress the zip file. I'm gonna rename it. Texture pack tutorial again. And now we're gonna bring up Minecraft. So options, resource packs. This is the old version of the pack. We don't really need it. Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna reload the game. Nope, my shoulders. Ooh, let's close that. Get some of these tabs closed since we don't really need them. Let's get rid of that. We still got our music going, which is what we want. Yeah, that should hopefully speed things up a little bit, if not a whole lot. That's fine. I hope that this time the PNG shows up, because since we've changed something and we've gotten rid of like kind of all the normal Minecraft stuff that's in there, I hope it recognizes the image that we made. If not, I'm gonna have to look into that, because I didn't have to worry too much about that the first time I did this. I wonder what might be causing that. But we need to change the pack now. So resources, open pack. And then, so we're gonna get rid of this because that's the old version of the pack, yeah? And now, and let me like make these little tinier so that you can kind of see things changing as we, you know, do things. So texture pack tutorial, bam. Still, weird. Okay, I'll look into that. Anyway, so we put our texture pack in here, and then now turn it on. Done. Cross your fingers. Let's hope we got pink sand. Yeah. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? I'm pretty nervous. What if it doesn't work? I don't know. It should work. Oh. Ah. Are we gonna have pink sand? I don't know. Ah. I can't take this anticipation. Ah. Ah. We have pink sand. That's it. I mean, congratulations. You made your first custom texture pack, yeah? So, just from that, we have changed the entire look of Minecraft. Look at how crazy that is. That is how easy it is to change a texture pack. So let's recap what we've done, right? So we've essentially taken the game and we've changed it into a format that we can manipulate. So we went from .jar to a .zip so that we can break it apart. We took the files that we needed. We isolated the ones that we didn't, right? We got rid of those. And then we took a file that already existed, threw it in an editing program, changed a couple of properties about it, which is just the color, and we saved it as its original file name. We zipped it all up, we put it back in the game, and it spit out this beautiful pink sand. So, I'm pretty happy. I don't know about you, but you know, this game, man, sometimes will throw you for a loop, like our PNG that won't show up. But so that's essentially that. I mean, it's easy. But there's a lot more that we can change. You know, everything from the glass to that. This is a mod. Don't worry about that. But the paintings, we can change what the paintings look like, which I'm not sure that you guys saw, but I actually changed the paintings in my original. I made this look like a TV screen, which I did that through like Illustrator. I changed the models of this. So I kind of want to show you guys exactly what I mean by this. When we start talking about models, that's where things get a little bit more interesting, because it's comprised of the same stuff. However, on top of you like building the model, you're gonna really have to pay attention to exactly like what makes up the model itself. This is like, you know, as far as textures go, you know, everything is just like what the name of the block is. Models, especially for like a door, right? This is broken up into two parts. We got the top of the door, we got the bottom of the door, and then we've got the same door, but an open version of the top of the door and the bottom of the door. And stuff like that. When we start getting into models, there's a lot more moving parts that you're gonna have to think about before you start messing with stuff. And that also is stuff that you can figure out via trial and error. It might take a little bit for you to get to it, but this is where kind of like breaking Minecraft apart and looking at each one of those files, if you're gonna change something, can come into handy, because then you'll see, oh, it's not just a rail. It's rail horizontal, rail vertical, rail on, rail off. Like it's it's a lot. It can be a lot, but if you take it a step at a time, you know, you'll work your way through the pack. So let's try to figure out what we're gonna do now, right? Let's take a look at our PowerPoint really quick and see where we should go next from here. So let me see. You. So we've gone through, you know, how to change the pack. We've done our live demo. And now we're gonna talk about textures a little bit more in depth, right? So let's go back out to this. And actually this is a good time to do that, as a matter of fact. And I'm gonna take some time to talk about, in a sense, optimization. Okay. So, things to note. Java is CPU based. Bedrock is GPU based. I'm talking about the versions of this game. Now, newer versions of Minecraft are the ones that are Bedrock, meaning Xbox and PC, the actual like game that was acquired by Microsoft. Those games are GPU based. They were essentially, when Microsoft bought Minecraft from Mojang, they essentially rebuilt the game from the ground up, because it wasn't really built to take some of the heavier stuff that you're gonna see in a little bit. What does that mean? It means that when you start adding stuff to the game, when you start upping the pixel count of textures on Java, you're gonna run into an issue where, you know, when you're playing the game, things might become laggy, the performance of the game might slow down. it might make the game a little unplayable. And that's why a lot of times when you have texture packs that are really hyper realistic or whatever, people only have, "Hi, how are you?" I'm doing a texture pack course. You covered a little bit late, but I will try to recap as best I can. I'm going to get through this thought real quick though, because I know I'll forget. I have ADHD. I'm going to forget it. But when you start changing these things, it's gonna slow down the progress of the computer. Whereas in Bedrock, because it's more GPU based, all of that graphical stuff is going to be pushed to the GPU, meaning you won't really have these issues. Because Java is not built that way and it was built to mainly perform on the CPU, it's going to slow down when you start upping the pixel count. So that's something you want to keep in mind when you're adding stuff. A lot of these high-res packs, they will only have maybe a few textures that are high-res or high definition, or they'll tell you, oh, this pack is only for like single player mode or for flat worlds or something, because when you start putting it in worlds with a lot of vegetation and stuff, it'll slow down because there's so much for the computer to process. So let me do a recap for you, Unknown Flux. So essentially what we've done is we've taken Minecraft, we've taken it from a .jar file format and we've converted it into a .zip so that we can uncompress it. And then we took all the files that we weren't going to change, we got rid of them. And then we went into the assets folder, then we went into the textures folder, and we basically isolated the sand, right? We threw the sand texture into Photoshop. We did a simple color change. We saved it as the same file, so sand.png. We zipped it all up, we put it in the game, and now we have pink sand. That's what happened. All right. So, again, if something is broken, it is most likely your file name. Incorrect file names will get you 70% of the time, 80% of the time. It's something so easy to do and so easy to overlook. You'll be there for 30 minutes to an hour like, why isn't this working? And then you'll be like, oh, wait, it's because I've misspelled sand. I put like a B instead of a D and now nothing works. Pay attention. Optimization. Okay, and we're going to do some examples of this because it's actually quite interesting to see the difference in texture quality for stuff like this. So basic optimization, like I said, the higher the pixel, the slower the performance. For me, my thing was I wanted to find a balance between, actually really for anybody, I would say you want to find a balance between aesthetic and performance, your look versus how you want the game to play. And keep your eyes on a file size, which actually reminds me, there is another program that we will be downloading here. It's called Pingu. And it basically just kind of compresses the file to make it not as big. And that can help you reduce your file size. So here I have it for next time, but there are some things that we're gonna do, and we still got quite a bit of time left. So we may actually end up getting into lesson 2 or part 2 of this before we get off. So let's take a more in-depth look at pixel count, right? Like, this is still like the one that I want. I kind of like this one. This one's kind of nice. I think perhaps this one will be decent. So we'll use the birch plank as our example. So we're gonna save this file, or we're gonna export this. No. Save as. Yeah, let's save onto my computer, and we're gonna put this in our texture pack section. We're actually gonna make a folder called files so that we don't accidentally like zip this up with the actual pack, because we don't want that. It's not gonna change anything, but like you don't really want to put your work in your pack, if that makes sense. That's not something I would recommend unless you want people stealing your work. So we're just gonna name this planks or tutorial planks. Yeah. Okay, finally some progress. We can make some progress with this. And so now that we have our tutorial planks, we're gonna actually just get rid of all this other stuff that we're not using. We're gonna delete that. That's the backup and the whatever else. That's fine, we can keep that. All right, so this is 1024. We're gonna go ahead and birch plank. We're gonna fix this file name. That's what we're going to do. And then, and then we're gonna export. So quick export as PNG, birch planks. I'm gonna get rid of that extension just in case it messes something up. Output. And so now we've officially got a 1024 version of the wood. And now we're gonna go down. So, what was it? Edit. It was edit. What was it? I'm trying to find the. Oh, there it is. Okay. So image size. This, I don't know why this is in inches. No pixels. We're gonna go 512. Hit OK. And so now we've gone down. Now you can probably see that the quality has taken a dip. Yeah. So we're going to. Oh, that's another thing. I didn't actually pay attention to the order that I had the blocks in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just name these different woods so that we'll cross the bridge in Minecraft when we get there, putting them in order. Because I completely didn't even pay attention to that. All right, so we got our 512. We're going to quick export. We got birch, and then we need acacia. Pretty sure that's how you spell acacia. Save. That's our 512. And then we're gonna dip again. We're gonna go to image size. It's gonna be 256. Bam. And we've taken another dip. All right. So file, export, quick export. This is going to be, the only one we didn't do was dark oak and the warped planks. So spruce plank. And we're gonna dip it again. Image size. 148. It's 148. I'm pretty positive it's 148. Like, the one always gets me. I don't know why. So, quick export. Acacia, birch, spruce. Got oak, but there's one more that we need. Jungle. We can't do oak because oak is a 16. So we would have to do we do oak because it's not in this texture. So, but oak has to be the 16 is the thing. So I know that's the first one. So let's see. It's oak, birch, jungle, spruce, acacia, dark oak. We'll do dark oak anyway. I don't think that's the one that is, I don't think that's the one that we have. Oh, I know why. Okay. We didn't do, I don't think we did 64. I think we just went straight to like the 148 and then up. So if that's the case, then we'll just go ahead and do image size, and then we'll do this, the normal Minecraft 16x. Boy, does that look like garbage. Like, you can't even tell. You can't even see it, dude. It's bad. I can't zoom out. Why? Quick export. Photoshop, what are you going through? Like, why am I? It's making my head hurt. Honest to God, it's making my head hurt. Okay. Oh. Save. Okay, so we have, yeah, sure. So we have our different versions of our planks that we're going to use to take a look at side by side. So I'm going to open up my file explorer. I'm going to go back, actually. So this is my texture pack. Let's go back to tutorial pack. And then we have assets. These all should be in here, yeah? Yes, they are. You can kind of see like where things are going, right? There are different sizes. Jeez, this looks crazy. All right, so we got that, and we're gonna zip all of that up, and we're going to put that in the game. So compress the zip. Hopefully, tutorial pack. Hopefully, it will be very noticeable to you, and it was already probably very noticeable to you while I was going through them, but I feel like, what do you mean? See, this is that nonsense I'm talking about. Minecraft is not open, but it says it's still running somewhere in here, and this is probably what's messing things up. Choose block. So let me show you something. This is 455 bytes. The highest one that we have, which should be this one, which should be, or sure, maybe it's the birch planks, but this is 1.19 megabytes. And we got, going a little bit lower, we got kilobytes. All right, but it may not sound like a lot, but think about it like this. There's a lot of stuff in Minecraft, and those file sizes, they're gonna build up, and they are really gonna impact Java, like the Java version of Minecraft. Like, it is bad. Okay, so single player, be kind. 30 minutes. 30 minutes or so. Okay. Okay, yeah. So it is a little harder to tell. So we've got, no, it is definitely not harder to tell. Let me /clear. And I really want to put these in a good section here. Okay. We got our 148, we got our 256, and then we got our 1024. The difference in these, in the pixel count for this is insane. So think about that when you start building your pet. Who are you building for? What do you want out of your pet? These are things you need to think about. I want hyperrealism. So that 1024 is what I'm striving to look like. However, is that going to perform? Because I want a hyper realistic pack, but I also want it to be playable in normal worlds. And that hyper realism for most computers, for Java, is not going to cut it. Like, that is going to completely destroy people's computers. So I'm looking at maybe like 148 or maybe like a 256, right? All right, so now that we've gone through that, you see what we're talking about. Is my sand still pink? It is. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other things. So we might actually, I'm trying to think, we might actually be able to start some chapter 2 things. So let me take a look at my chapter 2 PowerPoint and see what exactly I want to talk about. Hello, File Explorer. This one looks really fancy. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Let me show you guys. This one looks good. I tried to do it differently than the other one. Oh. Let's take a look. What was it about this pack that was different? So we actually already kind of covered some stuff about the pixel count. I really do want to make a texture for you guys, though. That is my issue. I want to make a texture for you guys because there's things you need to know about making textures that are going to be very useful to you. And so I'm going to just do like, because let's see, I could use an image or whatever. We could use an image. That could be cool. That actually could be really cool. So, okay. So, before we get into more of the chapter 2 stuff, let's see, Del, right? If we get into chapter 2 stuff, the rest of that. I want to show you guys some of the things that I have done to create textures, and I'm kind of going to show you how to make them correctly. As far as texture creation in Minecraft goes, there's actually a couple ways you can go about it. You can make them from scratch, which I attempted to do today, but it didn't work out. I could do it, I promise. You can also take pictures. Yeah. You can take pictures and make them into Minecraft textures, which for me, I have found that the best textures I have made have been a combination of things I have made in Photoshop and then things that I have taken a picture of and then mashed together and altered to get the desired look. So I will show you guys one of the things. I'm just gonna show you guys some of my process in making textures, right? So probably would be helpful to close Minecraft. Boy, when I tell you, I don't need this. I don't need it messing up in addition to Photoshop again. So get out of here. I see you. Okay, so there we go. Thank you. Thank you. So, I'm trying to think like what textures. There's quite a few things we can touch on for textures. I'm trying to think what texture is the one that I used a combination of IRL and custom textures. I think it was like obsidian or something like that. One of my stone textures, I know for a fact is the one that I did, but let me see if I can grab it really quick. Let's see. It is one of the stone textures. That I am certain. And I have photos on my phone as well. So this is my texture that I made for obsidian, but before that, it might be in backups that I have what I'm looking for here. There's actually quite a bit of stuff in here that I don't think I've actually taken a look at. Yes, okay. This is it. It's the obsidian texture. So when I first learned to make this pack, this is the version of obsidian that I made. This is kind of like, so this effect I basically achieved with a cloud render in Photoshop of whatever colors I wanted. So I had like a dark purple and a black, yeah. And then I did a cloud render. I went through the filter gallery and I believe I added like a paper or like a stone texture of some sort. And it essentially gave me this. And for a while, this is the texture that I had for obsidian. But where I was living at the time, as I had been building my pack for a few months, I came across a very large rock. It was probably up to like my shin. It's quite big, you know? And I was looking at this rock and I was like, this looks really good. This is like the texture that I want to make, you know? But I wasn't that skilled in Photoshop at the time. I'm still not like super scum. I'm like beginner intermediate in Photoshop at this point. I mean, I've been working at it for like 2 years at this point, but anyway. But I took a picture of it, and I was like, I'm gonna see what I can do with this in Photoshop and see if I can make it a texture for the pack. And I'm trying to find on my phone, because I have a folder on my phone dedicated to just textures. I'm pretty positive. Let me see. Is this game development folder? Which that's not really what I'm looking for. Oh, wait, hold up. It might be, actually. It is. So this picture, which hopefully you can see, I'm not sure. This picture is a close-up of the rock that I took a picture of, right? You see my my little phone there. I was trying to get a look at that. So what I did was I took that picture, I put it up in Photoshop, and I cropped it. And that should be not that. Hello? That's not it either. One of these, pretty sure. Oh well. I thought it was in here, but at any rate, I took that picture of the stone. Yeah, that's about it. This is altered, but this is essentially that same picture. And I laid it on top of the original obsidian that I made, and I went through these little presets here. And as I continued to do that, it kind of took shape into a texture that I thought was really, really good and what I was looking for obsidian. And that's kind of like what I'm talking about as far as like trial and error with these textures. This is a version of Crying Obsidian that I made, which is the same kind of thing, but I think it's got another cloud texture on it. That is a lighter purple with a different photo filter, if you want to call it that. Blending mode, a different blending mode. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to create a texture properly using a photo that I'm gonna take. So let's see here. We're gonna take a picture of like my desk. Easy enough. So let's see. I kind of like this. It's got some decent lighting. It's nothing too great, but this is the photo that we're gonna be using, right? I'm gonna email this to myself and we're gonna throw it up in Photoshop and we're gonna put it in the thing. So, it's to Gmail or Drive. Google Drive probably is a better option. So, oh Lord. Let's see, upload photo, and that is being uploaded. Now I'm gonna go to my drive, where is Chrome? There is Chrome. Let's see here, drive. Here's our photo. Hello? I just download it. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, I'm gonna go to, let me close this. Just close every unwanted tab, every tab we're done with, because I don't know what. And I'm going to open with Photoshop. Okay, so I want, I'm gonna go with, we're gonna do 1024 so we can get as much quality out of this as possible. Yeah. Why with the inches? Give me my pixels, dude. There you go. Great. So I'm gonna grab this and I'm going to transform it. It's Control T, I believe, on the keyboard. I'm going to kind of resize this to where I want it to be. I'm gonna enter. Okay. Kind of trying to find a section that I like a lot. That's interesting. It's probably gonna be a little difficult to blend if I do that section up there. So maybe sticking with like this section down here might be a little bit better. We'll see. So now I'm just gonna take this, I'm going to cut, Control X, Control V, paste. And so this original thing with all this extra nonsense, we don't need that. We're gonna get rid of that. This is the square, the part of the texture or photo that we're gonna use. So the thing about Minecraft, and something that I realized very early on when I was creating a texture pack, was that you can't just make a texture. You can't just crop something in Photoshop and then put it in there. It ain't gonna look right. And what I mean by that is, I put my first texture in there, which was a grass texture, and I was like, why does this look like this? Why does it look like this? It doesn't look right. Like, I can see where one block starts and the other begins. And I don't remember being able to do that in Minecraft, is what I'm thinking to myself. And so what I did was I switched to another person's pack. I looked at their pack and I was like, their grass doesn't look like that. What's up? Why does my grass look like this? Well, it's because I did not make the texture correctly. When you make a pattern, it needs to be seamless. You need to be able to not tell where one pattern starts and the other begins. So you blend. So one way that I used to do this, once I figured it out, was I would make a copy, right? So I would make that there, and I would make another copy there. And this don't look too bad, which is good because I mean, I can still tell. And if you put this in Minecraft like this, you will be able to tell that these are two separate photos. But you kind of want to break the picture apart in a way that you will be able to achieve a seamless look a little bit better. And this, for what we have, is not bad at all. So this is one way that I used to do it, by making a copy and then blending it and making another copy and blending it. But what you could do instead is you can go to Filter, Other, Offset. And because this is 1024, we want to go 512. So 512, enter. And so essentially what this does is it makes a copy, you know, and it kind of like, it should be like a square here. But it makes a copy of it that you can look at. Obviously, this is an issue because these are two very different like values going on here. So let's go ahead and try to make this look as seamless as we can. So I'm going to be using the patch tool and the spot healing tool, which are usually what I do here. So I'm going to just grab this. I'm going to just take this and grab little parts here to just kind of make this line a little less harsh, you know? And now we can see those harsh lines are starting to disappear. So let's continue on. Let's grab this here. Maybe do like that. Not the best up there. I might want to do some other stuff. I am hesitant to keep these lines. I gotta be really honest. I really don't like those lines. I feel like it could give it the repeating texture syndrome, because I don't really want the texture to look like it's repeating either. Like, I want it to look seamless, but I don't want it to look repetitive. So I probably am gonna get rid of some things that stand out a lot in this texture. So like this, get out of here. I'm messing up there. And so you just keep doing this until you find something that you like. Let's see. I kind of like want this to be a little more cohesive with the top section there. Maybe like that's not bad. I kind of like that actually, because it's like two different textures, but it doesn't look too out of place. Okay, let's see. The lines look a little repetitive there, so maybe like yeah. Let's get this to where I like it. No, I don't like that. Undo. No. That circles like this also are kind of repeating texture syndrome as well, but these aren't too bad. These aren't too bad. Bothersome. It's too dark there. Some things that I'm still kind of playing. I don't know. Sure, we're getting there. I think I'm getting to where I am. No, getting to where I am okay with some of this here. Sure. So we have that. I feel like I'm still seeing a line down the center here, and that's where the spot healing brush could be handy. Let's just like kind of just blend that in a little bit. And sometimes this could be noticeable too. I don't think about it too much. Sometimes what I'll do is, if I still think the spot healing tool, well, the way that I use the spot healing tool is a little bit different than you'll probably see in other people's tutorial videos. A lot of times they'll just get like a really tiny, like they'll bring it down really small, which you can bring up the size up or down by hitting the brackets on the keyboard, the square brackets. And they'll just like go down in a straight line or something to mask it. But I feel like I could still see that a little too well. So usually what I'll do is I'll like go in like a crisscross motion. It helps sometimes. It does help sometimes. But even then, if I don't like that, I'll just run back over it with the patch tool. And they'll usually get rid of the issue. Patch tool is a savior. I gotta be honest. Okay, so that's looking pretty okay. I mean, it's not the best, but it's also pretty okay. So now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do other offset. I'm going to take another look at this, and I mean, it looks fine. I think it looks fine. Now, yeah, okay. So this is going to be the texture that I use. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to, let's see here. I'm going to go and name this is going to be a log. So I'm going to call it the oak log, right? And needs an underscore, oak log. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this back. And I should have made a copy of this, but I didn't think about it at the time. We're going to do another side by side so that you can really see what I'm talking about, and it'll hammer in the point a little bit better than me just talking about it. Some people are visual learners. I am the same way. So this is going to be cut, paste. I'm going to get rid of that. And so now we've got two different textures. One that was not made properly and one that was. And we're gonna see if this changes things. And before I do that, I just kind of want to do my tried and true method for this one, right? Oh my God, for this one here, and just verify that I did this the way that I want. No, I still think we need to go over this one a little bit more. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this one just a little bit more. See, let's merge that together and then that didn't, what did that do? Okay. So I was like, what happened with that? Okay, so cut, paste. There we go. That's what I wanted. I don't know what in the devil I did earlier. Okay, and so this is bothering me. I see that line. I see that too well. So I'm gonna not bad. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And then let's see here. And I still feel like I see some stuff there too. Yeah, I need to give this a little bit more attention. Just a little bit to prove my point a little bit here. Let's see. No, I hate that. Gross. Okay. This, no, absolutely not. This, too dark. This, still too dark. Go there. No, wait. This whole section, honestly, is just kind of sus. Take that. This texture is just like really different, you know? This is really different, but I don't need like too much. I just need enough to make it not look like garbage. I'll just take this as well. Just put this up right here. Sure. Just get rid of that section there, because I just really don't like that that texture. It's just too off. It's too different, I think. So yeah, okay. So this looks less nonsensical and more cohesive, I think. And so, I mean, it's fine. Let's go do our tried and true method yet again. Looks fine. Okay, and then let's go do it this way. Yeah, that should be okay. That should be okay. So, what I name this oak log, and then for this guy, I'm gonna name it jungle log. So I think there's a lot of jungle already out right now. Or actually, let me not do that. Let me do one that's not out. Let's do birch log. Okay, so then we'll quick export as PNG. I did not need to put these two together. Quick export. Tutorial. Textures. Yes, we are saving in the correct file area. And quick export this as well. Yes. Okay, and so now we're gonna save this as tutorial logs. Boop. I don't want that there. Okay. So we have essentially made two different versions of our texture. We've made a correct version and we made a not correct version. Hopefully I will be able to show you the difference between the two. Let's see here. Let's go to game development, text pack, tutorial pack, and then assets, right? Well, actually, let me verify that this is still in the correct section. Yes, it is. Okay. And the things are birch and oak. Okay. So now let's zip this back up. So compress the zip. Tutorial underscore not pack, just tutorial pack. It's not that serious. And now we're gonna open up Minecraft and we're gonna do the same thing we've been doing where we swap packs. We are out of time. So I guess this will be the last little thing that we do for today. My head is blazing. And I do want to stream on my channel today as well. Probably play some Minecraft. I won't be playing with my pack, but I think there's some things that I want to do in my and my fiance's world that we have over there. So I'm doing some men and artifice stuff. So I'll probably be doing that after I take a leave. But yeah, we'll see. Come on, Minecraft. Load for me. But after we do this, I'll go over what we'll be doing next Saturday and what we'll be talking about then. And then, I mean, really, that should be it. Next Saturday, we'll likely be getting into like 3D modeling and how that stuff works, as well as talking about spectral maps, normal maps, things that really pump up the realism or the quality, really, of the texture pack. So that'll be fun. Hopefully things are working correctly. I would like to get my pack.png working correctly. I might have to, I mean, I don't really think like my thumbnail, because I really don't think there was anything special that I needed to do to get it to work correctly the first time that I made one, like the one for when I made one for my pack. Don't think I called reference to it in any code or anything. It should just work, but I don't know, maybe something's changed with the recent updates and versions of 1.18.2. All right, so I wonder if there's anything else that I'm covering in that. Okay, what I would like to do. I don't know if I'll get around to doing it next time. Simply because it'll take a lot of planning on my part, and I'm not sure that I have that time because I have a lot of projects due in the next week. But I would like to show you guys how to make a lava texture, mainly because the lava that I made, first off, I couldn't find any tutorials on how to make any lava textures, which was like really annoying because I was like, I really want to make a lava texture. I want to make it look realistic. But I really just could not find anything that I was looking for. So I ended up getting in getting in Photoshop and really just playing with stuff. And I ended up achieving a really cool lava texture. It looks so good. It's one of my favorite blocks that I've made. And I really want to like show people how to make it, but it is very involved, and it is not an easy texture to make. And it's actually derived from, in a way, my obsidian texture. Uses a lot of different nonsense, and I'm sure that somebody who is way more experienced in Photoshop can do what I did much easier once they see how I do it. But this is the way that I did it, and I really, really want to get that knowledge out of people, because it was hard. It was hard to find anything. It was hard to like make it, kinda. So, but let's see. I'll have to really plan that one. So let's get rid of that, and let's put in our new one so that we can take a look at these planks or logs. Okay. Trying to think. Oh yeah, and there's also another thing which I think I have it set to cover it, or no, or I was gonna put it in like a part 3, but that one is also, those two things are also kind of more involved as far as textures are concerned. Basically, there are like block variations where you can, to I guess up the realism factor, you can make a block interact, or a block texture interact specifically with another one. So for example, I have a stone block next to a sand block, right? I put them next to each other on the ground in Minecraft, and it looks nothing more like, it looks like stone and sand sitting right next to each other. However, there is something that I can do to where when I place a stone block next to a sand block, I can make it look like there's sand going over the top of the stone block. This, like, it just kind of like pumps up the realism a lot, and it looks really cool. It's a really cool effect. It is more involved though. And there was something else along those lines, but I can't really remember at this time. Something else. Block variation, texture variation, and something. I don't know. When I think about it again, if I think about it before I end the stream, I'll let you know, but it might also be something that I covered in the PowerPoint, so I'll be looking at that before we leave as well. Oh. Be nice, Minecraft. Okay, that's there. Let's see. Log. I don't think it changed. Oh, no, it did change. It did change. Okay. So here's our oak log. Right? And let me probably get it into some light so that you can kind of see. That's too much light. So this should be our good texture right here. This is our good texture. It looks nice and seamless. And then we've got this guy. Which, yeah. It's yeah. I can see it from here. Look at that. That's not right. So you can't just throw something in this game. You need to prep it before, you just put it in here. Look at these. Look at this. Like, I know you guys can see that. Beautiful, even, symmetrical. Beautiful. And then there's this, where I'm looking at each block, start and stop. No. Bad. So, with that being said, that is probably going to conclude the texture pack tutorial for today. The next tutorial will be, even from here I can see that, oh god, it just makes me so mad. even from next Saturday will be the same time, 10 a.m. And we are going to go over, which let me look over my PowerPoint. Next Saturday is going to be, let's see, we talked about this already today. We'll be talking about normal maps, spectral maps, and we are supposed to cover the texture variation. So we'll do that, and modeling. We'll be doing modeling, so definitely come back for that. Outside of that, I am going to have this stream up, and I'm going to make some videos that are more condensed. You know, we don't have to worry about the technical issues. I'm going to make some videos that are more condensed, put on my channel, Mistress1623 on YouTube. That way, if you miss anything or want something more in depth, you can find it there. And then today, I'm probably going to be streaming again on my channel, my Twitch channel and YouTube. My Twitch is Mistress1623 official, and my actual YouTube is just Mistress1623. So yeah, if you want to see more of that stuff, that's where you need to go. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. I hope you make something cool. Go make something cool. Bye.